Okay, these are the top 5 missing people, Siskiyou County, Mount Shasta, that I haven't talked about, that I didn't even know about, and we're going to go into one of them in detail. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Darren. This is Tectonic Traveler. Tonight we're talking about Siskiyou County missing people, Mount Shasta. This is a list of people I haven't discussed before, and I just found out. Now, I'm real familiar with Hornbrook in Northern California and Southern Oregon, and these cases were never solved. And I'm going to start into one of them in detail, but first I'll go through the list of what's going to come in this series. And the first one is missing Christopher Martin King. Now, you guys know how I'm really familiar with Highway 395 in the Eastern Sierra and how much I love it. And I've investigated a lot of stuff that's gone on out there. And Christopher Martin King was a strange one because he came out here to visit California and Nevada from Virginia. And this is back in 74. And what happened to him is he was just going to catch a bus. He was down in the San Bernardino area. He was going to catch a bus to Mexico and was never seen again. And we'll go into him a little bit more in another video. Now, who knows about that one? Kimberly K. Keaton, never found. Now, she was by Hornbrook. That's actually where I have friends and have been looking at property. In Hornbrook, California, it's right on the border by Ashland. Now, she was never found. She was pregnant, and that's an interesting case in itself. We don't know what happened to her. I have some investigations going on that right now, so I'll do a video on her. And the other one is Karen Elizabeth Miro. Now, she, at the time of her disappearance, was in 1997 from McLeod. Remember, we talk about McLeod a lot? And she was not reported missing until later in 97, 8 months after she disappeared. So it's like almost not quite a David Benford type case, but real close. And we're going to go into her in a video. There's a few more that there's just not time to talk about, but one I want to talk about right now is Carl Landers. He was from Orinda, California, and he was climbing Mount Shasta. He was with a group of people, and what happened to him is he split up with his climbing party. Remember, we talk about that. That's not a good idea. And the strange thing about him was Carl, he was an experienced climber, really experienced, and he wasn't that far from everybody. And the weird thing about Shasta, and this happens a lot, is it just swallows up people whole. There's, on mountains you usually find a dead body or something missing. But with Carl Landers, they never found any trace of him. As a matter of fact, I know this from another discussion with someone else who's a climber. I'm a climber. And they said that his footprints just stopped. The only way that can happen is if you get picked up. And anyway, no crevasses where he was. And that's a really strange one. He was also one of the guys that started from Bunny Flats parking lot. Bunny Flats parking lot on Mount Shasta has always got weird stuff happening around it and beyond it. And a lot of the missing people stories have originated from Bunny Flats. The latest missing guy who actually started from there, that just it was about a month ago, he hasn't been found yet either. So that's Cardenas. His last name is Cardenas, Luis Cardenas. Okay, and I'll just interrupt it because this will be a big video here. Betty Lowbush. We're always talking about people that shifty situations where people said, oh, I don't know where they are. Northern California, Siskiyou County, near Hornbrook. And, although Betty wasn't reported missing in July, she hadn't been seen since May. And at the time of her disappearance, she'd been residing with some caregivers. And when people came to look for her, they said, oh, we thought she moved to Oregon. And then, anyway, the last they heard that there was no confirmed death of her in either state, California or Oregon. Dick Florentine, another guy who just up and disappeared on Shasta that they never talk about. There's not even a video about him. Now, he was over near the lava tubes, Mud Creek, kind of where Terry King was found, and or not found, disappeared. And the weird thing about this guy was another one of those disappearing footprints. There's an Indian tracker in McLeod, does this a lot, and real familiar with the area. And he said he didn't really want to talk about it anymore because it was bad juju for him. He said because the footprints disappeared. And he'll track people. He would track, and if things just got weird, he leaves it alone because Mount Shasta is a sacred place to the natives. So anyway, here we go into a whole list of them. I'm going to go into Robert Frederick Ayers, another guy who crashed his Piper on Mount Shasta. They found the plane, but no body. So Mount Shasta swallows him up whole. Stay tuned for a lot more. And tonight I'm really getting into it with these first two off of this list. All right, please like and subscribe if you haven't so you can get these stories. All right, thank you.